Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Living Flavors with Sunitha. In this video, I'm going to show you how I have organized my kitchen. So thank you so much for waiting so patiently because it took so long for me to upload this video. From this video, you can get some ideas on how I have organized my kitchen so that you can implement these ideas to organize your kitchen as well. So I'll show you each and every cabinet. So there might be few products missing in my kitchen that you have been using. So there might be few additional products. So it is upon the way how I use them and how useful it is for me. So that is how each and every kitchen should be. It should be functional and like decorative as well. So come on, let's get started. So let's start from this area. So besides this cabinet, I have kept my chopping board. So since it will have enough sunlight, the chopping board will not go bad. So I have organized it using my command hook. So I have pasted 2 command hooks and I have kept this. So here is my sink area. So this is a double bowl sink. So here is a small bowl in which I have kept my scrubbers, and this is the bowl in which I pour the dishwash liquid. So right above the sink area, there is a cabinet in which I have placed all my mud pot collection and also the tatka pans that I use, and there is a small stool which I have kept. There are few more mud pots that I am planning to purchase in the future. If in case I buy them, I'll make a dedicated video on it. So this is my under the sink cabinet in which I have stored all the cleaning essentials. So here is a big basket in which I have stored the extra microfiber cloth and the cleaning liquids. And here is my duster, and I have 2 more baskets here in which I have organized my kitchen, that is the garbage covers and also the scrubbers. And I have lined this cabinet with the kitchen liners. Here is a small tip for you. Always ensure to keep the under the sink area very clean and dry, because if it is wet, cockroaches will be attracted. I always put naphthalene balls and also draw the chalk pieces that is used to avoid cockroaches, and I always keep this area very dry and neat. In this cabinet there are 2 shelves. In this shelf I always keep my lunch boxes and lunch bag. Lunch boxes are glass, so it would be very safe if I keep it in a separate place. And in this shelf I have kept all the glass cups that we use and also a wooden tray. And this is Good Vibes essential oil, which is lemon flavored. So I use this for cleaning purposes and also to keep away the flies and other insects from my kitchen. So the next is my oil pull out tray. So you might wonder why I have kept all these in my oil pull out tray. So this is how I feel comfortable. So whenever I prepare tea, it is enough if I open this drawer alone. So here you can see I have kept all my powders that are required to prepare tea, like cardamom powder, masala chai powder and hot chocolate powder, and the coffee powder. Here is the tea strainer. I have kept few glasses. And in this rack I have kept the salt container, sugar container and also the tea powder container, and this is the ghee bottle. And the bottom rack I have used to store all the oil bottles. Then I'll show you my countertop area. So here is a small tip again. Do not clutter your countertop. Always keep it clutter free so that it would be easier for us when we work, and also it would look neat. So here I have kept 3 jars in which I have stored few snacks, and next to it is a small artificial plant. So adding few greeneries will give you a beautiful look. It would also be better if we use the natural plants, but it requires a little maintenance, so I'm using the artificial one. So right next to it is my hob. So this is from the Bosch brand. And next to my hob I have kept this wooden tray in which I have stored 2 oil containers and also the salt and pepper shaker. So it would be very handy whenever I cook. And right next to this are my glass bottles. So I always fill these glass bottles so it would be easier when I cook. And right next to it is my favorite mushroom jar containers. So add few pieces in your kitchen which looks attractive, which is also functional. So this is one of them. So these are 4 jar containers, mushroom jar containers. So I have stored tea powder, salt, brown sugar and also red chilies. These are the frequently used items in my kitchen, so I have stored them. And right next to this is my tissue holder in which I have kept 2 tissue rolls. And the last I have kept this egg rack. I bought this from Home Center, so I store eggs in this rack. So that's it about my kitchen countertop. So I always keep it clutter free so that it would be easier for me whenever I do any work. So this drawer is my spice containers drawer. So I have kept all my spices in these glass bottles. So it would be easier for me whenever I am cooking. It is enough if I open this drawer alone. So right from the chili powder to tamarind I have stored here, and these are the herbs and the white pepper powders that I use. So here in a bowl I have kept few wooden spoons, and the drawer below this cabinet contains a few other miscellaneous items. So here in two baskets I have kept the graters, spoons, tongs, lemon squeezers, the funnel, and also the strainers that I use. So these are not the frequently used items in my kitchen. I use them for my video purposes, so I have kept it in this drawer. And the last drawer contains all the bigger utensils that I use, and also in this plate rack I have organized the lids and also the coasters that I use on daily basis. This drawer is the cutlery rack drawer. So in this cutlery rack I have kept all my steel spatulas, and in this I have kept small wooden spoons and also my whisk. In this section I have kept all the bigger spoons, and in this section I have kept all my smaller spoons. And this section is for the knife and the fork, and this is for my scissors. And in this section I have kept all my wooden spatulas, and here are a few measuring cups. And in this additional basket I have kept all my that is the knives, the graters, and also the peeler. And at the end I have kept a lighter. So this is very organized. So if you keep it this way, it would be easier for you whenever you take. You need not be searching each and every item when in hurry. So right below this, in this rack I always keep the dosa tawa, which is the bigger one, and also the plates. So I have washed all the plates, so there is no plates now here, and also a small steel tiffin box. And in the last cabinet I have kept all the pots and the pans. So this is a pan organizer in which I have kept all the pans, and these are some stackable pots. So if you buy stackable pots, it would be easier for you to organize because you can stack it, and it is a space saver too. And also I have organized all my lids here. So this is one of my favorite cabinets in this kitchen. So I have kept a 3-tier stand here in which I have stored all the masalas and the whole garam masala. So in the first two step I have 6 bottles in which I have garam masala, mutton masala, jeera, sambar, and so and so. I have named them with these black chalkboard labels. I bought this from Amazon. I'll give the link in the description box below. So I have named them so that it will be easier for us to identify. And in this third rack I have kept 6 bottles in which I have stored all the whole garam masalas like cinnamon stick, fennel seeds, bay leaf, and all those other items. So here are 2 small containers in which I carry few dried nuts whenever I go out. And in this first rack I have 4 bottles in which I store dry fruits always. So raisins, walnuts, badam, and also few roasted ground nuts. And here in this 4 containers I have oats, papats, and also the channas, which I use on daily basis. And below this I have 6 similar containers which I bought from home center, and I use them to store dal varieties like tur dal, urad dal, green gram, and all other grams. So I add pulses regularly, so that is why I stored them here, so that it would be easier for me to access. And right next to this cabinet is the last cabinet in which I have stored few bowls and few glass jars, that is the juice containers. So I mostly use them for my video purposes and also to give my child, because whenever I give her in different containers in different shapes, she will be excited to drink. So that is why I have stored them here. So this has all different colorful cups and also the bowls. So this is the last cabinet in this row. So this is the bigger cabinet, and this is used to store a cylinder and also the big rice containers. I do not store rice in larger quantity. So I have kept my water dispenser here and also the coconut grater, and there is one cylinder missing here. The cylinder is empty, so I have not replaced it. In this cabinet I have my food processor and also its attachments. So here in a big basket I have kept all the jars and also the lids of my food processor. So here is the main unit. So whenever I need this, I will take this out and then I will keep it again here. And here in the command hooks I have organized all the blades and few of its attachment. So this is how I find it easier. So I have organized it this way. So right next to this is one of my favorite cabinets again. So there are 3 shelves in it. In the top shelf I have nothing much, so I have kept my fridge organization bag and also one kettle, and this is my pantry shelf. I do not store many products in my pantry shelf, I buy it whenever required. So this is also my mini snack bar, that is snack station. So here in these jars I have few cookies, peanuts and also this snack, and there's one big container besides this in which I have stored red chili. So whenever I want, I'll take it and keep it in the small container that I have in my spice rack container. And in these 3 jars, all these are glass containers. So in all these 3 jars I have my nuts. I buy them in bulk from Paris and I store it here, and I'll also store it in the small container for regular use. And in this basket I have few noodles, biscuits, papads which I bought last week, and behind this is my basmati rice and also the atta packet which I bought. So there is not much items in my pantry, as I told you, because I buy them in a smaller quantity. And in this rack or the shelf I have 4 glass containers in which I have kept basin, maida, corn flour and rice flour, and these 2 are bigger container which is 3 liters in capacity, in which I have stored regular rice and also the basmati rice. I do not buy rice in bulk as well. I buy only 2 or 3 kilos at a time and then I store it. And behind this is one more large container in which I have stored atta, that is the wheat flour. And that's it about this cabinet. And in this cabinet there are 2 shelves. In the first shelf I have kept a large wok. This is a stainless steel wok, and below this I have kept all the pressure cookers and also the idli cookers. And in this cabinet I have this resealing machine and the extra tissue papers, and this is the box that I used to store like coriander or curry leaves in my refrigerator, so I have kept it here. And in this last rack I have few gifts that I'm planning to give it to my subscribers when I meet them. So right next to these cabinets is my refrigerator. I'll make a dedicated video on fridge organization. So this is the last cabinet area in my kitchen. So in this cabinet I have nothing related to kitchen. I have stored all my shooting essentials like camera, the lights, tripod and the mic. And this cabinet is completely empty. There is nothing kept inside this cabinet. And this cabinet is also similar to that. I have kept one induction stove and kettle which I am not using nowadays. So maybe in future I might use them. So it is of no use now. And in this cabinet there is again nothing. I have just kept few covers that I got from Amazon. Like when I purchase something from Amazon, I store the boxes at least for few days if in case I require them to return the product. So I store it here. And this cabinet is the most important and essential cabinet for me for baking purposes. So as this cabinet is right next to the oven, I have kept all my baking essentials here. So in this section I have kept all my aluminum foils, the wraps, the cling wraps and the other wrapping tools. And in this basket I have kept the color powders, vanilla essence, cocoa powder and the baking powder. And in this basket I have few ice cream molds, spatulas and some baking essentials. And in this section I have some toothpicks, skewers, whipping cream, baking powder, so and so, and the baking tray, my gloves. And again in this first rack I have kept a box in which I have stored some silicone cupcake molds and the regular packing essentials. So in this cabinet, this is where I store all my baking essentials. So whenever I require something for baking, I know this is the cabinet which I should open and use. And so this is my inbuilt oven, and right above this I have my old microwave oven. So this is from IFB, so I have not given this to anyone as this is a gift from my husband. So I always keep it and I am still using it. So that's it about this, these cabinets. So there's one more section in my kitchen which is the island one. So I'll show you what I use them for and what are all the things that I have stored in my island cabinets. Come on. And this is my island portion in my kitchen. So we designed this for our recording purposes, so this would be easier for our shooting purposes. So there's one hob here, and I have kept a artificial plant again. and there's nothing much in this countertop. And in these cabinets I have stored only the vessels or the glass bowls that I use for my recording purposes. So I'll show you one by one. So in this cabinet is to store the cylinder which is required for this hob. And right next to this cabinet, in this drawer I have kept all the glass bowls and also the glass cups and the small plates that I use for my videos. So it would be easier for me to use whenever I need them. Whenever I record videos, I open this drawer and I use them, and it is safe in this drawer as well. And right below this, there's nothing much in this drawer. I have kept the extra glass bottles and also the glass tumblers that I don't use. In this drawer I have all my serving platters and also the glass jars that I use again for my video purposes. Right below this is my iron wok. So this is rusted, so I'm planning to do a video on how to remove this rust. So if you have any tricks on how to remove this and how to maintain this, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll definitely try it out and make a dedicated video on it. And in this last cabinet, there's nothing much. Here is a fruit tool, and below that is this tissue holder in which I have stored few covers that we need when we go out to market. And right next to this island is my trolley. This is very useful. I bought this from Amazon. So in the first rack I have kept few baskets in which I have kept the small onions and also the garlic and potatoes. And right below this I have lined some tissue papers in which I keep fruits usually. And the reason for me to keep this trolley right next to the island is like we have enough ventilation here. The sunlight would be very good here, so that the vegetables and the fruits would stay fresh for long days. So that is the reason why I have kept it here. Hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and I would be very happy if you got any organization ideas from this video, and any suggestions or feedback, please do leave them in the comment section below. I would be very happy to read them, and also any tips regarding this kitchen on how to organize this and that, please do leave them in the comment section as well. And if you like this video, do give a huge thumbs up and support me. It really means a lot to me. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do not forget to click on the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And also click on the notification bell icon so that every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. See you guys next time with another interesting video or another interesting recipe. Until then, take care. Bye.